I hate this club. Hello everyone, welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern fan channel. That's right, I hate Arminia Bielefeld. I don't like them at all. What they did to me was Georgist. Like a racist, but just George abuse, okay? Just Georgist, okay? I really hated what they did to me. You might want to grab some tissues, because what I'm about to tell you is heartbreaking. So there I am, 24-year-old American, George Buschenbauer. I'm not 24 in real life, but George Buschenbauer. Coming out from the United States of America. Could have joined the MLS, but I felt like my managerial skills had to be taken to a whole new level. I wanted to go to a country where I could make a name for myself. I went over, George Buschenbauer, football manager, the game, 2020. I went over to Hertha Berlin. They had an ambitious project in mind. They wanted to be a big city club. You see all the big cities. Inter Milan, AC Milan, AS Roma. You see all the big cities in England. Liverpool, Man United. You see all of them. Bayern Munich, you see everything. Borussia Mönchengladbach. Not Dortmund, but you see everything. It was crazy. My goodness. They wanted to be a big city club. They needed someone that could take that project to the height of itself. So they hired George Buschenbauer. We're still talking about Hertha Berlin. It gets interesting from here. The first few months, I need to learn German. The Ich Bin language is very hard. But I'm so knowledgeable and genius-like. It took me 2 seconds and I was fluent in German. Sprichst du? Nein, sehr gut. You're not very good. Seriously. I learned German. Everything was perfect. I could communicate with all my players. My favorite players. Brazilians. And all these. I loved them so much. Niklas Stark, even though he's crap in real life, but he was my best captain I ever had in that football manager thing. Took me a year, and then we lifted our first silverware. The Europa League. Woo! I got the team 5th, and we got into the Europa League. We won the UEFA Super Cup. I got 7th in the league, but because we won the UEFA Super Cup, I got into the Champions League the next season. And ladies and gentlemen, this is where life defined itself. Champions Leagues after Champions Leagues after everything. Bayern Munich, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Unai Hoeneß. They were all begging for me to join my favorite club. The love of my life. They were all begging for me. Please, George Buschenbauer. We already had Franz Beckenbauer. Please join us. And I said no. Hertha Berlin's the love of my life. I'll never leave Hertha. I have to stay at Hertha. Why am I talking about this? But it's important. It's important to what I'm about to say. And then, out of nowhere, after all these victories, Real Madrid started looking at me. Atletico Madrid, Barcelona. I should have gone to Barcelona. 400 million and I would have spent it on Giovanni Di Rosen and Matheus Cunha, my favorite Hertha Berlin players. I had everything. I brought them everything. All the victories. I got them all the youngsters. I attracted everyone. I felt like a magnetic force. Every player wanted to pull themselves towards me. I had nothing I couldn't do. I was a superhero. Then I decided upon myself. Wow. I have to do this. I have to resign. I clicked the resign button. My assistant managers, everyone I knew, my family, my wife. I never had one, but my wife. She wanted to move. She wanted to try something else. She was tired. She felt like Thiago Alcantara. She wanted a new challenge. So we left Hertha Berlin. 2 years in the waiting. I took a break from football. 2 years. The world was changing. They needed George Buschenbauer. Hertha was winning everything still, but they needed me. My goodness. I decided upon myself, instead of going to Bayern Munich and Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, I'd go to a club with a little bit of tradition. A club that could take me to new heights. So, ladies and gentlemen, I joined Arminia Bielefeld. I joined them. They were 14th in the table, sinking like the Titanic. What could I do to steady the ship? I surely wasn't able to do so with Amos Paipa as a center back and Marcel Haters at center mid. I couldn't do it. I surely couldn't do it. What kind of a manager could do that? Go from the levels of Real Madrid to Everton. That would be a ludicrous shift. Carlo Ancelotti, I'm talking to you. But, oh my goodness, could I actually pull this off? 14th in the table, 20 points off the top. First game, win. Second game, win. My managerial skills were getting better and better. I was able to levitate the club all the way to winners of the second Bundesliga, ladies and gentlemen. We won it in striking fashion. January, we were in 14th. Winners. A few months later, we won every single game. We won unbeaten with a winful run. It was crazy. The Hertha fans were missing me. Most especially the Arminia Bielefeld supporters. They were loving me. The fans wanted me to succeed and bring them continental success and global success. Their reputation skyrocketed with the arrival of George Buschenbauer. And then the second season at Arminia came about. Keep them in the Bundesliga, they said. Keep us in the Bundesliga. That's going to be a daunting task. It's going to be hard. Look, my assistants, my coaches, my physios, my assistant manager, they all left Hertha because of me. My wife, okay, she took a pay cut from all her shopping to come to Hertha Berlin with me. Okay, she did so in a lot of faith and confidence that the club would reach a new level with me in charge. She knows how sexy I am. Of course, I'm sexy, incredibly sexy. I mean, George Buschenbauer is sexy, not me. That's crazy. Well, why am I saying it's me? It was crazy. She had all the faith in me. My children, even though I had something and I couldn't have kids, but my children wanted their father to succeed. We went to the Bundesliga. They wanted me to get a stable position in mid-table. I couldn't hire any of my coaches because of wages. I couldn't buy any of my players because this damn club gave me $40,000, 40,000 euros to work with. They gave me 40K. I got promoted to the Bundesliga. No, it wasn't 40. It was 400K. Oh my God, that's why I hate them. Come on, I resigned after that, joined Bayern, took us back to glory, got Hertha off their perch, and that's where we're at right now in my FM series. I don't know why it took me 7 minutes to talk about that, but seriously, man, who gives you 400K to work with after you just did all that, got him promoted, and then they want you to get a mid-table finish just because you're you? And my wife, she couldn't afford to be living off of my 2K a week that I was earning from them. She needed to go, she divorced me, my children divorced me, and I'm now a homeless man in Football Manager. Arminia Bielefeld, but seriously, this is going to be a tough team. Hey, it's not like they had too many things for me to be talking about. I mean, Amos Piper and Hado there, they're two of their best players, I think. Piper's a center back, I believe, and Herto's a midfielder. He's a very good midfielder, very creative, good dribbler as well. And you know what? They're a very good team when it comes to defending. Yeah, they have a very good goalkeeper, a decent back line. You know, I was kind of expecting them to be the new Werder Bremen. I mean, Bremen are still in the Bundesliga, George. That's not what I meant. I mean, in terms of conceding 50 goals a game. But they actually have a very good defense. They'll park the bus against us, and we'll have to struggle to break them down. And then ultimately we will, and we'll score one goal. They'll come out a little bit. We'll score a few more goals, and we'll win the game. That's how it's going to go. But in an event that we lose, they're a very good pressing team in, getting the ball. That's why stealing the ball is there. Not that they're thieves. They were, not that. But they are able to press. They have a good manager, decent manager. They got promoted. Sometimes you look at promoted teams and you're like, oh, they're going to be crap. They got promoted for a reason. They hadn't been promoted for 11 years before they got promoted this year. But that's surely because they changed something. They have better players now. They have a better manager. So you should expect them to play better than they did 11 years ago when they got relegated. So, yeah, they will park the bus, keep it tight, and then we'll have to play through them. Through passes, they're a good team. They're going to do it. Decent team. Hey, they have 1-1-1. It sounds like a freaking number code, an area code or something. But yeah, 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss. That's a perfect record. It's just a perfect ratio. Not too little, not too less. They're just in the middle. Literally, they're a neutral team. Feel like you know what? I kind of predicted them to get bottom 18th, but that's probably from ignorance from me. I think I should have probably predicted them to not survive. The club would dismantle because they're not rich enough. They gave me 400K to work with. Well, seriously, that pissed me off. I've never been so pissed off at a game. They literally wanted me to sign everyone and do all these things, but then gave me 400K to work with. Their weakness is finishing chances, but they can create chances. That's the thing. Finishing chances. I mean, if your weakness is finishing chances, I'd rather that be my weakness than not creating chances like some teams. Keeping possession, don't know how that's going to affect them. It's almost like we're the highest pressing team pretty much in Europe when it comes to success. Not the amount of pressing we do, but the amount of success we have. We surpass everyone. It's almost like we are that team, and them being bad at keeping the ball might be a little bit dangerous for them. Maybe just a little bit. Just a little bit. When Thomas Muller's running at you for 180 billion minutes straight, maybe you should want to learn how to keep the ball. So that's their issue. Individual errors. Yes, they just got promoted. Of course, these weaknesses and strengths are just based off the things that I've seen. Set pieces, they score from them as well, but they also defend them extremely well. You don't hear that about a lot of Bundesliga teams. We have crap defenders in the Bundesliga. We have Phil Jones, Squadron Mustafi. We have Harry Maguire. Oh, that's in the Premier League. Oh, okay, my bad. I was just assuming they were in the Bundesliga because they're crap defenders like everyone likes to assume. They're a good team. You know what? I can't wait for this game. For them, it's Bayern Munich are in town. So it's going to be one of those games where, you know, if you don't score all your chances, you get punished like we did against Hoffenheim. I mean, we're making jokes about them now and everything. But look, we got a Croatian messing us up. I mean, Hoffenheim did what they did with that Croatian up top. And I'm not talking about Niko Kovac, the Croatian handkerchief tactician. But I'm thinking about Kramaric. So hopefully they don't have Croatian blood running through their team. Or we're dead. We're dead. Yeah, but thank you everyone so much for watching. Mia San Mia in peace. Funny how the majority of the previews just me talking about. Yeah, oh my goodness. I'm such an idiot, man.